Can I just say, it's finally a sunny day in Cape Town. It's looking good. It's looking hopeful. So we're just gonna keep our fingers crossed. I just want to prep my skin before I get into the video. So, while my face is still wet, I wanted to do a review on a foundation that I've never tried before, but it's been on the market for a while, and it is a Drugstore foundation. But then I just thought, let me just do a whole video on just Drugstore makeup because I haven't done one in a while. I have a new eyeshadow palette that is Drugstore. It's a brand launching in clicks. I don't know if it's already launched or it's going to launch, but I'm going to the launch in a couple of weeks. And then just the old favorites from NYX Cosmetics, Maybelline. This is the foundation I'm trying today. I went into Discount and I picked up two shades. It's the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation. But I wasn't too sure of my shade. It seems like I might be bronze or I might be warm caramel. So we're just gonna see. I did the swatches very quickly and I was just like, that's what I'm gonna be trying today. They're still sealed, so I have not tried these at all. So I'm gonna swatch them on the side of my face here. This bronze, which appears to be quite light, and this is warm caramel. Bye! Which is that one there. For me, the ones that were darker were too dark, and the ones that were any lighter than this were too light. I might just go with warm caramel because it's a bit warmer and I could probably get away with it. So it says that it's a medium to full coverage foundation. It's smooth, long wearing floor for a smooth, long wearing flawless look. So it seems like a pretty standard foundation. I'm worried about this shade. This is not my shade, is it? Oh dear. Oh, no, fuck up. What made me get this shade? What made me get this shade? I don't know. We're gonna see if I can make it work. But it actually looks the same shade as my Dior Undercover foundation. So I'm not gonna rule it out just yet because, you know, when you blend these things out, it's a different story. It's got a bit of a redness to it, which I think is color correcting me on the way, because I had some spots turn up on my forehead, as I usually do. So there's a bit of discoloration up there, but it's pretty much covered it up. Okay, I'm loving the coverage of the foundation actually, but it's definitely not a mattifying foundation. I don't see that this is mattifying at all. I didn't think it would be, but I think it's like, yeah, it's illuminating, it's glowy, it's dewy, and that's the sort of foundation that this is, it seems like. And I'm really not mad at the coverage. I think the coverage is absolutely fine. It's absolutely beautiful. I've got no problem with the coverage at all. Oh, my earrings have got some foundation on them. Okay, so let's move on to concealer. I know I have the option of using my LA Girl concealer. I think I should because it's an LA Girl foundation, right? I mean, this is what it's about. Matching your foundation to your concealer. I know I've used my LA Girl concealer so many times on my channel. I did bring out my Maybelline one, but I think it would be best actually to see how this concealer works with its foundation. So this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Definition Concealer. And I'm the shade Fawn as usual. Because I don't have a cream contour, I'm going to reverse contour today, which means taking my concealer underneath my contour area and just brightening that up. So I mean, the LA Girl concealer has been a favorite of mine for years, and I mean, I'm talking about years. I have had other favorites pop up along the way. You guys know I like the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. I like the Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Instant Full Cover Concealer. I've also tried the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer a couple of times, and I just found pretty good substitutes for it here, such as the Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover and the Urban Decay All Nighter. So I haven't really had an urgency to pick that one up again. So while my nose concealer cooks, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Fix Setting and Perfecting Loose Powder. I don't know if I've used this before. I'm scared though. I hope it behaves. You know, it's a very stark white powder. Maybe I could use my black opal. So I also have my black opal deluxe finishing powder in neutral light. I think I'm going to use this one today. But I'm seeing that the black opal isn't brightening. I'm just setting the rest of my face with my regular face powder, which is in Drugstore. That's why I'm not showing it. To contour, I'm grabbing my NYX Highlight Contour Pro palette. You guys know this palette. I'm sure you've seen it everywhere. I'm just grabbing the darkest shade over here. To bring some warmth to my face, I'm using the Maybelline Master Bronze Color Highlight and Contour Kit. And I sort of swirl my brush in the middle two powders. And I'm just going to give myself a quick spritz. So I'm going to come back to my cheeks. I'm going to go into eyes. So I have with me the Revolution Makeup London palette. I got this, I'm pretty sure, with a Christmas drop. And this is a brand I'm saying could be launching in Clicks. It's based in London, and they have like really affordable makeup products, like very, very affordable. And I mean, their palettes sort of mimic some of your very, you know, famous palettes. So I'm gonna start with my transition shade, and this color is appealing to me. This one is calling my name. So we're just gonna take this orange color and put it into our crease. I don't know if they have other colors, other eyeshadow palettes. This is called the Reloaded Iconic Fever palette. So if you're looking for that like sunset eye, or a palette that can give you that sunset eye, this could be it. I'm gonna go in with this shade Smack Bang in the middle over here. I'm gonna just take this on my crease. I'm gonna take my MAC 217 brush. We're gonna go in with this shade here. I'm gonna go in with one more shade, which is this darker one here. I think it's the darkest in the palette. And I'm just literally darkening my outer V. I'm going in with this shade at the top here because I definitely want a nude lid. And we're just gonna pack this onto my lid. Okay, so I said I would use blush today. I'm reaching for my Maybelline Master Blush palette. I don't think I've used this. Yep, it's pretty looking brand new. This is how it looks like. It's just got these like pink, rosy shades over there. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. I don't think I've worn blush in the longest time. Then for lips, I feel like you guys know what I'm using. For lips, I'm using my Maybelline Vivid Hot Liqueur, but I'm gonna line them today with my lip pencil. For highlights, I'm gonna use my NYX Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette. I also don't think I've used this before. Oh, there's the elastic, which is this one over here. I'm gonna highlight with this rose gold shade. Just gonna spritz my face once more, and we are all good. And that, you guys, is the finished look. I hope you all really enjoyed this video. My thoughts on the products that I've used, I feel like they are 100% fantastic. The foundation, I think, looks like a keeper. My shade Warm Caramel performed pretty well, so I'm not too mad at her. She came into her full form. You know, the end result is looking pretty snatched, pretty great, so no complaints around there. I always find that when a foundation is probably a little bit too light for you, don't stress out. Warm it up, you know, with your contour, with your bronzer, with your blush, because, you know, once a foundation is just exactly your skin tone, you better hope that it doesn't oxidize, because, you know, then it just becomes a lot darker than you actually are. It's a bit more difficult trying to get a dark foundation, a foundation that is too dark, to sort of work with you, because now it's difficult for it to blend into your neck and your chest and match the back of your hands. It gets a little bit tricky. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I'm absolutely loving the way this highlighter is looking. I think it's gorgeous. I found a new area of placing my highlighter. My highlighter no longer comes all the way up here. I just touch the apples of my cheeks. I used an odd shade. I used you know, names. I used this the one next to the purple, which is this one over here. The third product that I think is the hero product of this look is definitely the eyeshadow palette. So this is from Makeup Revolution. They all I don't know if they have launched. Obviously you'll see down the side here. If I was able to get pricing and stuff, then that means that they are available already in clicks. But it's my first time trying Makeup Revolution, and I'm not mad at the quality of the eyeshadows at all. I'm not too sure of the price right now in my head, but I do believe it's pretty affordable. So there is quite a bit of powder fallout in the palette, and when you just dust it off your brush, I feel like that's not something that irks me or irritates me. I would get irritated if that were to happen, if the palette is like super expensive and I feel like all of the product is just like going into the air. That's when I'd have an issue with like fallout or, you know, product moving around too much. But I feel like it's fine. It never really gets to me like that, and there is a bit of that with this palette. But I also didn't put a primer on my lid as well, so that just shows you what that pigmentation and payoff is going to give you without a primer, without doing a concealer. Otherwise, guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave your comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.